Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso talking about 5 things every American business leader should do to shield themselves from a cyber attack. Cyber attacks are very common, and obviously we're all dealing with what to do about cybercrime. Now, you may think that cyber criminals are just kids in the basement hiding out doing silly stuff, but that's not the case. There are several ways or several places cyber attacks can come from, and some of that includes state sponsored, criminal organizations, hacktivists, and internal threats, believe it or not. So let's talk about the 5 things that you can do in order to stay safe from a cyber attack. And tip number 1 is think before you click. Now, I know this may seem like common sense, but it helps if you realize that around 99% of cybercrime requires user interaction. That means that you have to click on a link in order to get infected. Your devices, including your smartphones, your computers, and your tablets, are completely safe, or mostly safe, from a lot of the cyber threats out there. Unless you invite someone in, it's virtually impossible for someone to get into your device. That's why criminals have resorted to phishing schemes as opposed to trying to hack into the devices. Now, when it comes to larger organizations, you may see criminals making attempts to hack in, but for smaller organizations and even individuals, phishing is going to be the commonplace way where criminals will get access to your information. So when it comes to phishing scams, which are the primary way that criminals are going to get access to your stuff, you need to make sure that you are aware if it's a scam or not, and understand that a lot of these threats are socially engineered. So they're designed to make you click and panic, probably in reverse order, panic and click on links that come in emails, text messages, and phone calls that come in on your smart devices. So always remember, think before you click or react to any message that comes on. Next tip would be to use passphrases instead of passwords. Now, passwords are great, but passphrases act better because they are hard for criminals to guess and easy for you to remember. To explain what a passphrase is, 2 unrelated words that create a secure password. Some of the famous passwords or passphrases that I throw out there are dirty picture, or maybe shallow pitcher, or my favorite, stinky chicken, or stinky turkey. Those are examples of passphrases, and you want to get in the habit of using them. If you need help with creating a passphrase, there's a wonderful website called useapassphrase.com. Next on our list is automatic backups, and updates are important. If you know owning a tech device, that trouble is going to occur at some point. And it's very important that you make sure that you have your information automatically backed up to the web, because all it takes is one mistake from you or your workforce to click on a link, and your whole day, probably your whole year and whole life, will be ruined. If you've got backups, you can quickly recover from a ransomware attack. And also, there are threats out there where criminals are creating bots and other things to try to get into your devices. So the more that you create automatic updates and keep your devices safe and secure, the better you're going to be able to protect yourself from all of the cyber threats out there. Next on our list is to conduct routine testing of your cybersecurity. Cyber threats change constantly, and it's important that you have someone come in at least once a quarter to check out your tech devices to make sure that they have the latest updates, because I hate to say this, Macintosh users are the worst when it comes to updating their devices. Windows users are second behind, like there's any other computer stuff out there, like maybe Linux. But it's important you keep up on those updates to ensure that a unknown or rare cyber attack affects you and your devices. So always be vigilant. Make sure that you're checking out the security of your devices on a regular basis. And finally, let's talk about training yourself and your staff on how to stay safe from these cyber threats. Again, cybercrime is constantly changing. There are new threats that are emerging every day, and it's important that you make sure that you understand how they work and what you need to do to protect yourself. Now, some companies will send out emails that will try to trick employees into clicking on the link, but it's going to take a little bit more than that. You have to understand, train yourself and train your staff on understanding how social engineering works and what you need to do to get in the mindset of not reacting to messages that come through. I know we live in an environment of fear of missing out. And that is one of the reasons why a lot of people fall for some of the scams that go on. Not necessarily, oh no, there's a problem. It's, hey, I really want to see what's going on. And it leads to people clicking on links. Also leads to people giving out information they shouldn't over the phone and responding to text messages they know better not to respond to. So train yourself to get it out of that mindset of, I need to see what's going on, and oh no, this could be an emergency. And that way you can stay safe from all of the cyber threats out there. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use to everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.